If you said, look, this is a vaccine that's going to last and is safe.
In the meantime, Emily's parents want to share their wisdom with other parents.
Again, I only thought that she had the flu, so I wasn't really questioning anything else or thinking she needed medical help. It can be a fooling disease.
Next time, we'll tell you more about the signs and symptoms of meningitis. Nancy Werteen, 69 News. The main thing you should know about meningitis is that it can look like a lot of other illnesses. Robin and Brian Essick of Fleetwood thought that their daughter had the flu. She was dead in 2 days.
Unfortunately for us, it got so bad it was too late then. You know, she had the seizure, her eyes were rolling back in her head, and that is when it was too late by the time we knew it was more than just the flu.
The problem with meningitis is it is the great mimicker. It is rare that the diagnosis of meningitis is obvious at the beginning of the case.
Meningitis is a serious infection of the brain and spinal cord. It can be viral or bacterial, although bacterial is the most serious. Doctors say some people carry the bacteria and can pass it to others in saliva or respiratory secretions. Early symptoms can look like the flu, but symptoms quickly get worse.
We're talking about temperatures that are over 101. A very marked headache and stiff neck. This can be accompanied by confusion and irritability, increased sleepiness, nausea, and vomiting.
The one thing about meningitis that is predictable is that it will get worse hour to hour.
Even though Emily's parents rushed her to the hospital when her symptoms worsened, she couldn't be saved. Emily's family donated her organs. Her teachers and fourth-grade classmates struggled to continue the school year without her.
The hardest question was when one of my students said to me, Mrs. Everly, why is it that Emily's organs can keep someone else alive, but they couldn't keep Emily alive?
In the lobby of Richmond School is a mural dedicated to Emily and a garden in her memory.
She wasn't to be forgotten. They didn't want her to be forgotten. I didn't want her to be forgotten. And we knew that they would always remember her when they would move on to 5th grade and she wasn't there, or when they learned to drive and she wasn't learning to drive with them, when they have their prom and she's not at the prom.
Part of Emily is still here in what she gave and how she lived.
But more than anything, it would have been wonderful to have saved Emily's life and to have prevented her from having this happen and to prevent all the pain that it's caused her family and her friends. And yes, her teachers.
If you have any questions about meningitis, ask your doctor. And Emily's parents say don't ever hesitate to call your pediatrician if you have a question about an illness. Nancy Werteen, 69 News.